Welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Educado by Sir R. Brian Mercado. This is our new topic and it's all about suffrage, election, and political parties, and this is our lesson 10. So, ano nga ba yung mga karapatan natin bilang isang Pilipino sa ating pagboto? At paano tayo magiging bahagi ng sinasabi nating tunay na pagbabago? Let's start with simple quotes from Franklin D. Roosevelt. Let us never forget that the government is ourselves, and not an alien power over us. The ultimate rulers of our democracy are not a president and senators, and congressmen, and government officials, but the voters of this country. So tayong tao pa rin, tayong mga Pilipino pa rin ang gobyerno. According to President Manuel L. Quezon, my loyalty to my party ends when my loyalty to my country begins. Another, according to Noah Webster, when a citizen gives his suffrage to a man of known immortality, he abuses his trust. He sacrifices not only his own interests, but that of his neighbor. He betrays the interests of his country. Another is from Abraham Lincoln naman. According to him, elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. So, yun yung kay Abraham Lincoln. Now, let's go in the discussion. Suffrage, election, and political parties. Actually, lahat ng mga political parties, organisasyon, lahat ng tao should follow the Constitution and laws kahit sa anumang dahilan. At tayo bilang isang Pilipino, meron tayong responsibilidad sa Constitution natin. At yan ang suffrage. Suffrage may be exercised by all citizens of the Philippines not otherwise disqualified by law, who are at least 18 years of age and who shall have resided in the Philippines for at least 1 year in the place wherein they propose to vote, at least 6 months immediately preceding the election. Actually, lahat ng Pilipino, pagsapit ng 18 years old nila, kailangan talaga bumoto o maging bahagi ng eleksyon. Now po, kailangan ikaw ay nanirahan na sa Pilipinas ng at least 1 year na, then bago dumating yung araw ng eleksyon, ay meron ka na rin 6 months na nagstay ka talaga doon. Kasi, yun ang hinahanap. Example, from Antipolo ako, tapos lumipat ako ng Laguna. So, 1 day lang ang pagitan, bukas na election, pwede ba ba? Of course not na. So, yun yung sinatawag nating suffrage. Karapatan mong bumoto. Kapag ikaw ay pinigilan, pwede mo silang kasuhan. Kasi pinagbabawal yun. Now po, responsibilidad yan na tayo ay bumoto. Kasi kapag hindi tayo bumoto sa araw na eleksyon, by next election, at kung gusto mong maupo bilang botante, hindi ka makapag-vote kasi there's a great chance that your suffrage will be suspended muna. So, kailangan mo lang siyang ipa-activate. Paano ulit? Punta lang kayo sa pinakamalapit na COMELEC branch sa inyong lugar. Then, meaning of suffrage is the right and obligation to vote of qualified citizens in the election of public of officers. So, kasama po yan. And meron tayong dalawang views ng suffrage. Yung mere privilege and political right. So, mere privilege, pribilehiyo natin yan na dapat gawin talaga. At political right kasi bahagi tayo ng politika, ng politics. Therefore, kahit hindi tayo nakaupo sa posisyon, hindi nangangahulugan na hindi tayo bahagi ng eleksyon. Kasi sa ating manggagaling ang votes. We have the different theories on suffrage. We have the following: the natural right theory, the legal theory, the ethical theory, the tribal theory, and the feudal theory. Sa natural right theory, ito yung ibinibigay yung suffrage sa atin kasi ito ay binigay ng Diyos. We also have the legal theory. Ito naman yung nababatay sa konstitusyon. Sa ethical theory naman, ito ay minana pa daw natin sa ating mga ninuno. So, dapat natin itong exercise. Especially noong mga unang panahon, meron tayong grupo ng matatanda na kung saan pinagbobotohan nila ang desisyon na gagawin ng datu. Sa halimbawa yan. Another is yung tribal theory. Ito naman ay napapaloob sa isang certain group ng mga katutubo. And last one is yung feudal theory. So, ito naman sa feudal theory na ito ay bahagi ng pamamalakad ng ating government. We also have the types of votes. One man, one vote. So, ito yung ginagawa natin sa classroom pag nagkakaroon ng classroom officers. Single transferable vote or isa lang na representative. Then, lahat yun ay nagre-represent na ng vote ng buong grupo. We also have the plural voting, open ballot, and secret ballot. Sa open ballot, ito yung talagang nasa isang grupo lahat sila ay nagkakagulo. Then secret ballot naman, ito naman yung uri ng election, ng pagboto na kung saan palihim na ginagawa ito. We also have the scope of suffrage, the election, plebiscite, referendum, initiative, and recall. Of course, sa pagboto, meron tayong age qualification. This is based on the assumption that under a certain age, human beings have the maturity, experience, education, and sense of judgment that will enable them to vote with a reasonable degree of intelligence. So, ilang taon? 18 years old. Residence qualification, mahalaga yan. This is a reasonable period within which a person can familiarize himself with the needs and conditions and the personalities of the nation and locality. So, kailangan talaga din malaman ng botante kung ano bang pangangailangan ng kanyang lugar at kung sino makakapagbigay ng solusyon sa pangangailangan ng kanyang lugar. Persons disqualified to vote. So, ano ba mga dahilan para hindi ka makapagboto? First is yung those who have been sentenced to suffer imprisonment for not less than 1 year. So, kapag may kaso ka at nakulong ka ng kulang-kulang 1 taon, hindi ka makapag-vote kasi may record ka eh. Those who committed any crime involving disloyalty to the government such as rebellion and sedition. So, kalimbawa, nagsimula ka ng kudeta, hindi ka makapag-vote. Then, lahat ng mga crimes na involving ng pagtiwalag or pagbabastos sa ating bansa. Another is those declared as insane or incompetent person. So, may mga mental illnesses na kalagayan or incompetent na mga tao. Section 2 po is the Congress shall provide a system for securing the secrecy and sanctity of the ballot as well as the system for absentee voting by qualified Filipino abroad. So dito, sinasabi rin na dapat ang COMELEC bilang bahagi ng gobyerno na nakatalaga para sa election ay kailangan may sistema at kailangan protektahan ang nilalaman ng mga balota. At para naman sa mga OFWs natin abroad, kailangan meron pa rin silang bahagi ng ating eleksyon. Ang tawag doon, absentee voting. The Congress shall also design procedures for the physically challenged and the illiterates to vote without the assistance of other person. So, dapat merong iba ring paraan na itatalaga ang COMELEC at ang Kongreso para sa mga physically challenged or may mga kapansanan at mga illiterates or hindi marunong magbasa at magsulat. Party system. Ito ay tinatawag na interaction ng parties with each other. The party system is not equated to parties because a party system is seen as macro perspective whereas parties are micro perspective just focusing on a particular parties. It could be said that the life of political system depends upon the kind of party system it has. So, kailangan po yung mga party systems na yan, may mga partido ng mga politiko meron silang ideology rin na focus. At itong mga ideology na to, kung ano man ang kanilang ideology, yun, and principles, yun yung susundin. Halimbawa, partido nila nanalo ng presidente, medyo masusunod yung kanilang principles. Classification of party system. We have the two-party system. This is the system wherein the major political party alternates with each other in exercise of political power. Magkakampi sila. Halimbawa, partidong lakas at partidong national politika. Halimbawa lang yan pwede silang alternate sa susunod. We also have the multi-party system. More than two political parties fight in an election and no single party gets the majority control of power. So maraming mga partido to. Meron tayong iba't ibang partido, like for example, leftist party. Ito yung partido na minded party which seeks to change the existing condition of the country. May gusto siyang baguhin sa bansa batay sa nakikita niyang kalagayan sa ngayon. We also have the right party. Ito naman yung conservative group which aims to maintain the status quo in the country. Kung anong kondisyon ng bansa, ng Pilipinas, ito ay ganun pa rin at ipagpapatuloy lamang. Pero may mga konting pagbabago. We also have the center party, adaptive policies which are mixture of both left and right tendencies. So dito, open for all. So medyo complicated siya kasi magkakaroon lagi ng debate sa Kongreso. Another classification of party system is yung one-party system. Ito naman, it holds power either because it towers above the others or because it suppresses all other groups. Sa one-party system, parang may nanalo na kasi meron talagang pinakamataas na political party noon pa man at sila yung talagang nasusunod dahil hawak nila ang kapangyarihan. Note, the only choice left to voters are to decide whether or not to vote. So, pwede kang bumoto or hindi ka bumoto. So, depende sa iyo. Pwede naman ding ang choices mo ay to vote yes or no for the designated candidate. Sir, pwede ba pag sa election, pwede po bang blanco ang aking posisyon na dapat lamanan? Yes po, pwede po yun. Karapatan nating yes or no for designated candidate. Subtypes, the one-party democracy which is usually found in newly independent states, the totalitarian part in community states naman. So, ano ba mga function ng party? Una, organize the competition, unify the electorates, inspire and inform voters, translate preferences into policy, provide loyal opposition, organize government, help govern, act as watchdogs, nominate candidates, and ensure candidate quality. Lahat yan bahagi ng functions ng parties. So, ang political party, isang organisasyon nga that seeks political party by electing people to office so that in position and philosophy become public policy. A political organization that aims to attain and maintain political power within government, usually by participating in the electoral campaigns. Ito rin isang organisasyon that mobilizes voters on behalf of a joint set of interests, concerns, and goals. It's aggregation of persons who come together on how well the best interests of the people might be served. And another is any group providing label upon which candidates run for public offices. Ang political party, isang grupo talaga siya. Grupo ng mga political experts na sasalihan ng mga political persons. Then, kung ano man yung mga prinsipyo dito, bibigyan ng strategy during elections and campaigns at lalong-lalo na during their offices. According to Hewood and Aceron, for his part, provide the following list of functions that political parties must perform. Ito yung representation. Malamang, kapag nanalo mula sa grupo nila, automatic meron silang representative. Elite formation and recruitment. So, makakapag-recruit pa sila kasi advantage yun sa kanila. Goal formulation. Another is yung interest articulation and aggregation. And last one, socialization and mobilization ng kanilang mga prinsipyo and ideologies. Sa organization of government, of course, meron tayong Philippine Party System. May gumagabay dito ang Omnibus Election Code. Ano ba nilalaman nito during elections? Parties must be furnished a copy of COMELEC directives and orders in pursuant to the provision of the Omnibus Election Code or Article 8. Parties must be provided guidelines for campaign spending. Ayan. So, magkano ilalabas sa pera? Kasi kung saan sasaling partido yung politiko, pupondohan nila to. Kailangan naka-budget yan. Parties must limit their spending 1 peso and 50 cents peso per vote for each candidate. Ayan, may halaga. The two major parties shall have a representative each in the Board of Election Inspector in every precinct and board canvasser. So, during elections, may dalawang major parties na nandun sa isang presinto. So, dalawang partido yan. All parties can have a watcher in every polling place. Ayan, Article 15 yan. So, yung watcher, sila yung nag-check kung may mga violations ba na ginagawa. Parties may hold party convention or meeting to nominate their official candidates 30 days before the campaign period and in 40th day for presidential and vice presidential candidates naman. So, may araw para pag-usapan ang kanilang mga meetings. Another, parties should be notified by the COMELEC before the printing of emergency ballots. So, bahagi ng gampanin ng party system nila. Then, the two major parties may send representatives to verify the content of ballot boxes and shall be given a copy of the statement of election results. So, partido rin ang nakakatulong upang sa ganun, yung mga politiko, malaman nila kung mananalo ba sila o talo. Now, if you have any questions or you want a copy of this, you can email me arnoldriamercado@gmail.com and like my Facebook page, I am Educado. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, I am Educado. Goodbye everyone.